Alrighty, here's my little mini review on some of my favorite fighting spells. It was a fantastic suggestion on the Discord, and if you haven't joined it already, definitely do so. I'm playing dinosaurs every day. We're chatting about them, mostly Pioneer and Explorer, but also some Commander and whatnot. And you don't have to talk about just dinosaurs, but yeah, that's where it's happening. However, there is one fight spell that isn't legal in Explorer, but it's legal in Pioneer. We'll get it in Explorer eventually on Arena, the format that I play the most. But Setessan Tactics there, oh boy, that packs a punch. Being able to make a bunch of your creatures interact at instant speed, taking out a few things, powering up all those creatures that you pay an extra green for each target beyond the first. I don't think that's a big hoop to jump through whatsoever, but just having lovely instant speed interaction. And also, keep in mind, if you love the enraged dinos, Ripjaw Raptor, Ranging Raptors, some of the best options, you can make them fight each other. If you have two Ranging Raptors, boom, there you go. You can pay one in the green, one Ranging fights the other, but you get two basic lands because they were both dealt damage. Two Ripjaw Raptors, anything like that. Or if the opponent is going to sweep you, something very painful, you don't get much benefit from those particular dinosaurs. You can use this, make them all fight each other, draw some cards, search for some basic lands, whatever. Boom. It's pretty darn good. One in a green. If a Ranging Raptor fights a Ripjaw Raptor, you draw a card and you search for a basic. That's pretty darn decent at instant speed too. It's not the best case, but hey, it's a pretty good worst case scenario, I would say. But moving on, instant speed interaction. We'll start with the instants and then we'll go to the sorceries. Inscription of Abundance. This really packs a punch. Setessan Tactics could be useful even if the opponent doesn't have creatures. Your own could fight each other. But Inscription of Abundance, at the very least, you could gain some life with a big creature you have. You could just put 2 counters on a creature. Then also you get to fight. Hopefully you get a kick it to choose all 3 modes, but at the very least, you could start off with this. If by chance the opponent doesn't have creatures, it's not dead. It's not sitting in your hand. And that's lovely stuff. Mono red, maybe they want to send a bit of damage towards one of your creatures, play with fire, that sort of thing. You save it with the 2 counters. You win in a trade when the opponent doesn't think you're going to do so. And then that power sticks around and you get better aggression afterwards. That's been one of my favorites, especially because I love big scary dinos, which I'm going to record a little update video on that particular list. It doesn't use fighting spells, but when you have big stuff, gaining life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, that's certainly quite nice. Fighting, bigger, more life, that's what you want to be doing. And Tail Swipe, it's pretty lovely dinosaur interaction. It's not actual dinosaur interaction, but that image right there, what's not to love about that? 1 green instant speed and you fight. Oftentimes, hopefully you're casting it during your main phase, so it gets buffed a little bit. But hey, it's instant speed fighting, instant speed interaction for a single green. And that could make all the difference. Have it in the sideboard and you're ready to go. If they have some key target that they want to combo off with, Grease Fang, of course, hey, Tail Swipe, boom. With dinosaurs, I think it's pretty much guaranteed you at least have 1 creature with 3 power. You probably have it quite a bit more, but hey, there you go. No Grease Fang or whatever else is very, very painful and nasty. Nice to have instant speed interaction for 1. Always, always. Khalni Ambush. If you want to up your chances of lands a little bit, this could be a fantastic option. If you see it early, maybe you see 2 copies of this. If you don't have a turn 1 play, boom. You play this on the flip side, and you should be doing good. But if you draw it late, you don't need the lands, maybe you want that interaction. There you go. Pretty straightforward. do a couple things, 2 things that you might really want to be doing. Bushwack, there we go, sorcery speed. 1 green, search for a basic land. Search for a land if you need it to hit your drops early, consistently, at least for the first few turns. But late game, if you don't need the lands, or if you don't have any basics to search for, you get to fight again for a single green. It's not instant speed, but the versatility of this is always lovely stuff. If you have enough basics to support it, you might have just a few. If you're green and red or white as well, Naya colors would be probably a little bit rough. You're probably light on the basic clans, but I think for the most part, you should have enough to support Bushwack, Topiary Stomper, grabbing some basics, ranging raptors as well, which Bushwack with ranging raptors would be pretty good if ranging raptors was maybe a little bit more powerful. This, to fight, you take something out, ranging raptors is dealt damage, so you get the basic land as if Bushwack grabbed it. But also Bushwack grabs it and puts it into your hand. Ranging raptors does have that potential to ramp and get you ahead because it puts it onto the battlefield. But either way, perfect with enraged dinos. Lovely. And Primal Might. Speaking of something that's not dead, you don't have to target a creature. Maybe you see this a little bit late, or the opponent has 1 creature. Boom. You supercharge whoever it is, whatever makes the most sense, probably something with trample. Their creature goes down, and then you keep up that aggression. You attack in with something that got +5/+5, +6/+6. Certainly could be a very real possibility. And you make maybe an enraged dino really big, Ripjaw Raptor. Hopefully you can give it trample. Let's pretend you give it trample. You draw a card already because it fought. Then the opponent wants to block with a bunch of stuff because it's a lot of damage, but then you'd draw a second card from that interaction when combat damage is dealt. That would be lovely stuff. Certainly if Ripjaw Raptor is massive and it doesn't have trample, they probably want to chump block it, but again, you're still getting that second card draw, the second basic land from ranging raptors. You make it big and scary. They want to block, but they don't want to block. They're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. And that's a good thing to make the opponent squirm a little bit. Well, I had to do this. Save the best for last, the cream of the crop. It might not actually be, but hey, it's a dinosaur. It's the art that is behind me at the moment. 1 green. You put a counter on a dinosaur. It should be 1 green. The odd time I've had to target Otepec Huntmaster, something that isn't a dinosaur, but basically, always 1 green, a 1/1 counter. It's the better tail swipe. You would, again, hopefully cast that in your main phase to temporarily give +1/+1, but this is just that power sticks around, slap it in the sideboard, you're golden. Man, pack a punch. Just like that dinosaur is stomping, packing a punch. If dinosaurs could punch. But I will leave it there for now. Try them all out. See what feels the best. I think if I had to choose, definitely still Setessan Tactics. Hopefully we get that soon on Arena. But until then, at least it is in Pioneer. Have no fear. Dinosaurs are here. And they're here to stay. All right. See you next time. Peace.